now? Okay, Torsten, welcome.
Hi.
So we're gonna go for about 30 minutes before we open for questions. Last time we spoke about the importance of owning gold and silver and how you should own it and store it and so on. So today we're going to speak about a little bit about the financial system and how do you see the financial markets in combination to the precious metals?
Yes, in the moment, I think the financial markets starts to react for the tightening of money supply. We can see that from day to day that money in the public is less available. And for instance, in the housing market, real estate, the offers coming in the last 3 months, maybe 3 or 5 times. So there are some people, they cannot sell their real estate anymore because they are not so much buyer anymore. And this also depends to the credit financing and the policy of the banks to offer financing of house buying. So the market has more and more houses available to buy, but less and less customers. I have one customer, he wants sell very big property, about 2 or 3 million in August, September, and he can't sell this until now. So he cannot buy precious metal because he cannot find a buyer able to finance or purchase this big property in Berlin. Even if Berlin is a big developing property market, but there is a cooling down process really going on. It's not in the future, it's now cooling down from month to month more. And I have also some customers, they're selling gold and silver because they need money to pay the bills for electricity, for taxes, and so on. So the money supply in the public, it tightened. And the central banks rising the interest rates, and this is very important because the bond market is, I think, so cornered because there's really no public big buying of government debt in form of bonds. US bond market especially is very important for the world financial market, and Russia don't buy any more US bonds, and China also not buying more. And this comes more and more to a bigger scale that many countries in the world avoid a lot big government debt holding by the states. For instance, developing states like Indonesia. So there are bigger process to go away from US debt. And this is very important to understand, because if the bond market don't works properly good, then the whole system is in danger. Yeah, and this is a scenario is developing like in Weimar in Germany in 1923, or it starts really after the First World War. This is financing state and public by printing press. In the past, it was really printing press, printing money, paper notes, but now they generate new digital money, just the central bank buying the government bonds, and not over the exchanges, and not the public like banks or insurance companies or private investor buying government bonds, on the central bank buying more and more bonds. And this is a process is long going on. It's not new, but now it comes in a stage is dangerous for the system because they need higher interest rates to stop the inflation, and they are cornered. If they make higher the interest rates, the states cannot pay anymore these high interest rates from the income from taxes. So the system comes more and more dangerous, not overnight, but in the next year, I think it comes really difficult to continue like it goes since COVID began 1919. It really starts the problems in the bonds markets in September, October 1919. And so it's really 2 years running like this crazy, but now it cannot develop anymore. And this comes more risky, the whole system. Yeah. And in this stage, I think the precious metals will do very well because it's the only investment category what is underpriced. Gold, silver, and platinum. I think so to other investments, they all very cheap and have the potential to rise substantially to eliminate the debt of the countries in the case of a currency event. So this is the stage what enroll in the next year more and more over time. And in this case, I can see bonds is dangerous, government bonds, but nearly no private person holds government bonds physical or in a bank account. There's only a few of old people, they have that, but now nearly the investors don't have these bonds, but the banks have the bonds in the balance sheets. And if the interest rates goes higher, to stop the inflation, the value of these assets for the banks goes down in the price, and that's dangerous for the bank financial. And this is the situation. Because the inflation is not over, we have a price increasing due to less goods available, and they start, for instance, to stop the food production in the Netherlands or like this. It's the supply of food is coming down and down, and this we have continuing rising prices, and the system is I think it's ill, and it's the last stage of the financial system if the debt is so high that it comes very dangerous, and it's better to go a little bit out of the system. So bonds is dangerous. Stock markets maybe go sideways. It will not sharply dropping. It can drop, but if it goes sideways and the precious metal double or 3 times the prices, you lose money also in this sector. And the real estate, I explained at first, is it's slowing down, cooling down, because nearly everything is credit financed, and this credit financing is drying out. So from the big markets, it's nothing interesting. And I think the precious metal is the most interesting in this stage. And you can see the prices not falling anymore. They're going in small steps, but they're rising step by step. And the most important is the beginning of the new year. It's just in 3 days. And as my experience in 32 years of trading precious metal is in about 80 to 90% in the first week of January, the price is rising. And then we have to see how fast is the pressure in the market, but mostly the market running farther until 20 of January or sometimes to March or May. So you have always in this is a winter spike in prices in precious metal. So if somebody want to invest in this sector because this is the person is too low invested in precious metal, it's the best time to do that before the new year starts, because it's nearly starts from the first day of the new year rising prices, because they keep the prices down until the last day the banks opens, the 30th of December, they keep the price down, but after this day they let them run. So that's, and you can see that since the 20th of December, the gold markets go sideways. The market is quiet because the banks are not active in this time so big, only the paper market in the US, but they're coming back in the first week of January, and mostly in 80 to 90% with rising prices.
Yeah. First, about the interest rate. We're seeing, especially the Fed, the American Central Bank, raising rates. The rate of change like we've never seen before. It went from 0 to 0.25 until 4.5% now. But what is important, and what I don't see any economists speak about, is so the consensus is okay if you wanna not consensus but small people of the argument say, okay, if you wanna control inflation, then you need to have interest rate in the same range as the inflation rate. But right now we have 4.5%, and the inflation rate is about, I can't remember the last numbers, but about 7. So people will say, okay, then we have then you still have inflation by 2.5%, but the private people cannot get 4.5% in the banks. They are still getting 0.
Yes, it's unbelievable. It's like new territory. We have rising interest rate, but we have also rising negative real terms. So if they rise 2-3%, but the inflation rate rising from 2% to 10%, so we have still rising negative interest rates. So and this is also why the gold and silver rising the pricing, because we have no positive yield on the bonds. So we have negative interest rates, even if they higher the rate. It's a, I think it's a trick. They bring in the media that the interest rate is higher, but it's much too less. We need, like Volcker do, 1980, in January 20, the gold rally stops because Paul Volcker in the US rising the rate to 18-20%. So this big move in fast time, the rates coming from about, I think, 4 or 5%. He higher the rates in 1 or 2 years to 18-20% in the US. This stops real inflation. But with what we now seeing is the problem that the debt in total is so high. If they're rising the rates so high, like say 10-12%, the whole system will collapse because nobody can pay this interest rates from tax income. So I think the only way for the central banks to come out this scenario is a big inflation. And we have in Turkey official figures tell us that 80 to 85% inflation in Turkey is now real. So it looks like we have heavy inflation in the future, and this will solve the problem of nearly the whole Western world, but you're losing your savings in purchasing power. If they higher the prices 5 or 10 times, you can only buy 10% of the goods before. And I see such funny things that Chinese car producer, electric new car producers open a shop in Berlin to sell cars for 49,000 euro to 75,000 euro. And I see only young people, they having not 2,000 euro in savings and looking for these cars. And in this stage of the economy, it looks like crazy, but they are very rich people. They investing millions in car producing, but in a very expensive products. I don't know where's the market for that. Even Tesla spends billions for a new factory in Berlin to produce, I think so, 20 to 60,000 cars. They cost around 30,000 euro per car minimum. So I don't know where's the big market for that, because I see actually that in the brighter public, there is no big money available, even not big credits, because the banks known exactly what's going on in the background, and there's no credit financing in this level. So I am very wondering what's going on in the economy too.
Yeah. And what I meant before was that the interest rate is only the commercial bank who are getting this interest for their deposit. So you said before the banks will let the price of silver rise.
Yes.
What do you mean exactly by that? So are they manipulating in some kind, or what do you mean by letting it rise?
Yes, everybody knows, or especially the central banks knows, that if you let the prices of precious metal run, this is a clear sign of inflation. So if they, on one day, they have to let the market go higher, and then many people cannot buy so much physical anymore, because if you have to pay 3, 5, 7 times more to get 1 ounce, then the physical power to buy the stuff comes lower and lower. And you don't have to forget that the biggest bank, commercial bank, JP Morgan in the US, starts in 2011 to accumulate huge amounts of silver until today, because they're knowing how healthy is the system, and they knowing it's ill, and they protecting themselves by buying billions of ounces of silver physical in own stockpile. So, yeah. And they do that over the years, not in 1 month, because if you want to buy the physical in very large amounts, you need a decade to do that without interrupting the price. If you enter the market with big volume in 1 day, it's not possible. I think in the traders in Germany and in the banks are only 3 tons of silvers available to purchase for the public. So the system has, let's say, 3 tons of silver, all traders together and banks. They have hundreds of kilos, but it's only 5 banks in the business and 5 big traders. So you have about 2, 3, 4 tons in the market. So in the market, that's for everybody available to buy. So, and if come a lot of customer in, you need 1 month to wait to get bars or coins, because there is not so much ready produced products. And this is compared to 80 million peoples in Germany. It's about 3 or 5 cents per head of silver available to purchase. It's nearly nothing. So in smaller states like Denmark or Poland, there is even less material available for buying every day.
You spoke about before the central banks are buying government bonds, which means they are increasing the money supply. So a lot of people will say, okay, in this kind of environment, that means gold and silver will go to the moon. Why hasn't that happened yet? When the inflation is so high and they're increasing the money supply as they are, we actually saw the gold and silver price go down.
Yeah, the precious metal market is very difficult to understand, because there is mostly in hands of very rich people, central banks, states, and high net worth individuals. They make about 95% of the market. The open public don't understand the market, because nobody explained how it works and why is it so important to hold gold and silver. You can find it out, but you have to do it by your own. Now we have internet. After maybe the year 2000, it's easier to get information about the structure of that market, but you have to collect it over a long time. And many Germans have written books about it. And the central banks holding gold, nearly every known central bank holds gold, and this means it's money. It's a physical money covered by value of the metal of the atoms. And the same is to silver, but there are only a few of central banks or states collecting silver, and mostly they do that, hide it, not so open to the public, because the market is so small. The market size of the gold market is about, talking only about physical metal markets, is about gold 200 billions, and the silver market is about 15 to 20 billions per year available. So this is a relative small market compared to other financial markets. So the Indian central bank and also China collecting silver to have this as a reserve. But the other central banks nearly only fix it on gold. But the silver is the oldest money, metal money known in history, used from everybody, nearly in every developing country.
Okay, we have about 7 minutes before the questions. The last time you had a product, this combi bar, you gave a discount on. So
Yeah.
this time I know a lot of people is waiting for it. What do you have? Do you have similar discounts or?
Yes, I have.
Or better?
I have this 1 kilo silver bar. They can be from different producers. Maybe this is from Australia, 1 kilo bar, and this is Degussa bar. Then we have, it's all one article, but this all 1 kilo silver from recognized producers, and we sell that under one number. And this we have about a 5% discount to the normal prices. So normally it's about 950, 960 euro, and now we sell it to about 916. So this is very, very, this is the cheapest way to buy silver in, let's say, large amounts or medium amounts. One piece is 916 in the moment. So you get the cheap. I can calculate it per ounce for you. So it's 916. So it's per ounce only 28.50, and these 1 ounce silver coins, they are per ounce about 31 euro. So this is 10% cheaper than the silver ounce. They're very nice. You can each coin use separately, but for the producing, there are much more producing costs. I opened it. You get here. This is the 1 ounce kangaroo, for example, and 32.15 pieces is 1 kilo bar. So if you instead buying 32.15 ounces, 1 kilo bar, you get it about 10% cheaper. Though this is the same silver inside. It looks not so nice, the bar, but if you invest maybe 10,000, 20,000, it's better to buy some bars. You can easily store them and save 10% because there's only one piece to make, not 32 coins. So I suggest also to buy this. But if you just want to spend, let's say 1,000 euros, then you can also buy this one box. Then you have 32 pieces instead of a kilo, and you can use them as money to exchange for other goods. So then you have it smaller, but it's 31 per ounce, not 28.50. And we have also we have the same product again with 10 euro discount. These cards where you can sell each gram separately. You can like a chocolate, you can make that in pieces. And this is also from the second biggest gold producer in the world. And this we have also with 10 euro discount. It's about 8% from the normal prices.
Okay, so how long will this discount last?
let's say the first week of January, about 10 days from now.
And will they use a discount code, or will it be like last time? You will already mark the
Yes.
price down on your page.
We
Okay.
have from the cards, we have only 175 pieces. We have not more, and we get them with big discount, but they are brand new producer. They're not damaged or whatever, but we not know if we get them again. So we can only save 175 pieces, because maybe we cannot get at the cheap price again. The bars, the used bars or older bars or this, we can get a lot in the market. We can get maybe 300 kilos like this. So they're not endless available, but we can get them, let's say, in reasonable amount.
Yeah, and for everybody listening, Torsten will also buy everything back he sells to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I see right now on the page for the combi bar that the difference is only €7 for selling and buying.
Yes,
Sorry,
correct.
Yeah.
Because the selling price is so much reduced, we can take that back at this. This product is really much sought and it's difficult to get with discount, but we have that, and we try to develop that product because it's very nice to have that possible to split and to share with other people if you have a currency problem.
Yeah, and I just added the link on the chat, so everybody, you can copy it, so you have the direct link to the products. Yeah.
If somebody is a 1 kilo part too big, we have also nice 250 gram and half kilo bars. They're not discounted, but if somebody want a bar and have not these €900, you can have also 250 and 500 grams. Brand new producers, some with certificates also on it.
Okay, so now you buy them back, but what if people don't have the possibility to go to you or send it to you? Is it recognized in Denmark for dealers, for example, Tavex, which is the largest in Denmark? Will they buy it?
Yeah. All these bars I'm selling are from brands they're producing according the exchange in London. So I think Tarex is a good trader too, and he will accept these LBMR bars. We only selling bars they are accepted from the exchange, and normally a good trader like this company have to accept this bar. I know about 20 traders in Germany accepting any bar. It comes only difficult if you have bars, let's say from Istanbul, from Turkey, or from Bulgaria, or bars from Arabic Emirates. These bars, the trader don't like so much because they don't sure if they can get a customer like this producer. But if it is from Switzerland or from Belgium or from Germany, everybody can sell that easily. Our company will take any bar back because we can melt it down and make a fresh Helios bar from that. And Helios selling for 15 billion per year precious metals. So this is one of the biggest company, and I can use all silver I have with a stamp on it. It's only these 3 nines. If the bar has this stamp and is from a known producer, you can melt them down and make a fresh bar from it without making the refining process, because it's pure, and the refinery accepted to remelt the bar because they have never a problem with that.
Okay, now we spoke mostly about silver. For people who want to buy gold, which is the best price per
ounce?
Per ounce.
Since many years, one of the best product is this 1 ounce kangaroos coin, because they have a very nice design and they're very good made. The quality is very good of the coin, and the premium over the spot is not so high. And you can see this is a small 10 pieces, and it's 18,000 euro. And it's so small you can hold it in one hand. So the gold is very, very small, have a big value. And I recommend these 1 ounce coins because most people, because the value is so high, people are sometimes not sure about the quality of that. But if they have a coin, they can more understand this as money if it is a bar, especially by gold. So, and you have a small coin that you can check by yourself. So this is a perfect item of gold, I think so, the 1 ounce. But if somebody don't like these kangaroos, you can also buy a Krugerrand or Maple Leaf gold coin. They're only about 10 to 15 euro difference in pricing.
Okay, so let's start with the questions. I see a lot of people have written. So the first one is, let's see. Somebody would like to know if he buys gold or silver through your page, how would how will the purchase be, and with the delivery and payment? Sorry, it's in Danish, so just have to translate. Yeah. So for payment and delivery, how would that buying go?
Most people wondering that we only offering bank transfer, but in this business there's nearly no other option to pay by bank transfer, because we as trader, we have only a profit of 1 to 2%, and this is the same if you use a payment provider like credit cards or bank cards, then we lose our whole profit we have for this trade. It's a trade only with 1 or 2%. And this is why we only accept bank transfer by bank. So if a customer places an order in the shop, on the end of the process, he get on the screen the banking of our company, the bank information, and you get an email confirmation about the order with all bank details, again written in the email, and on the screen you have the bank, and you have 3 to 4 days time to send the money to us. So we ask, please do it on the same day, the next day, at least on the third day after placing the order, pay to our account. As soon as we get the money, we start the packing and send out the metals. Mostly we have it on stocks. Before Christmas, we have a lot of delays. I mean, delay 5 days, 7 days. Normally we deliver in 3 or 4 days after you place the order, and we get the money, we send it next day or 2 days later. So, but in Christmas time, sometimes are delays, but it's everywhere in this time difficult to, because the order volume is very high. So you get it about, we send out about 3-4 days after order, and then to Denmark, the transport time is 2 to 3 days. So after order, payment and delivery, it's 1 week. You have it in Denmark in your town.
Yeah, and it's by pickup point. You don't send to.
By pickup point, we deliver to a pickup point. You get an email from UPS when the parcel is there. Then you have 7 to 10 days to pick up the parcel. Whenever you can go there, show your ID card, and you get the parcel, and that will not be placed outside of your door if you're not at home. This is why we send only to pickup location. For most people, it's no problem to go there. It's just, let's say, 300 meters to 4 kilometers. In some areas, it's far away. It's maybe 10 to 20 kilometers, but it's only if you are very far away from a town in Denmark, then it's can be far away. We see that. If you see it's far away, we maybe call you or we send you an email. Is it okay or not? We tried the most easy to the nearest station to your home. You get it.
Okay. Next question is, what is your expectation for the interest rate in Europe for the next 3 to 6 months?
I think there will be 1 or 2 rate higher. They will maybe up to 1% more interest rates. Then I'm not sure if they go further with higher rates, because I think that will hurt the economy so hard that they will stop to higher the rates. But the most important is real terms. In real terms, the interest rates are negative, and as long as this time holds, the precious metal will rising in prices.
So this is a question, maybe it's for me, but let's see if you can answer it. Is it an advantage for Denmark that we have our own currency? We don't have the euro in regard to the euro, or is Denmark more at risk as a small currency?
No, I think this currency is better than the euro, because there is the risk is smaller to be hurt by euro debt. I think it's better to have this smaller currency. Yeah, if we see that also in Poland, Poland is also better, has also its own currency. You can be a member of the EU with own currency. It's better. It's not I think it's better for you.
Yeah, but for right now we are linked to the euro. So if the euro goes down, the Danish central bank is mandated to do the same, and that's why the Danish kroner has lost purchase power, because the Danish National Bank has not been as irresponsible as the Fed or ECB to buy bonds. But yes, for it to do the right thing and let the currency rise compared to other currencies, I don't think they will do it. It's such a small country, but who knows?
It's 10 to 20% better than the euro. The same you have with Swiss franc. The Swiss franc also trying to keep the prices low, that not so many money flows to Switzerland. They're trying to keep the price of the Swiss franc lower. Yeah, and the same is what you see in Denmark. Mm-hmm.
So when should we buy? You said before New Year, right? It was a good time because of the rises after.
Yes, you can also say, okay, I don't believe that. You can look and see what's going on in the first week. But my experience, I'm only win money. I am nearly with my company full invested in gold and silver, because it's to 80 to 90% the pricing rising in the first week of January. So you can, maybe if you not believe, just look and see what's happened after New Year. But I observed that since 2004, nearly every year by myself, and it's always the same scenario. I don't know why, but it is like this. It depends to the balance sheet of the banks, depends to the future market. On the big contract, December ends on the 29. So you will see it's always the same now, and nobody expected, and every year the same. In January the price is rising. No. You can maybe, if you're not sure, place the half amount in December and the other half in January. What you like?
We spoke in the beginning of November, and you told me that your forecast was that the price of a silver coin, an ounce, will rise about 10 euro. From that time, it was about 19 euro per ounce, and today it's 22 euro. So it's quite of a big rise already.
Yes, so in this market, it's the same like in cryptocurrency. It's in 10 or 15% of the time is the most movement, and in 80% it's quiet. So it comes a time then the market starts to explode and make a big move in a very short of time. So we will see until first moving wave until end of January, about 20th of January, then next move to March, and maybe another wave up to May, latest beginning of June, but mostly in May it's over. And for May we see sideways movement. This is a seasonal patterns since 15 years, always the same, nearly to 80%.
Okay, so next question, I'll just start with disclaimer. So we're not financial advisors. So
No.
this question is hard to find out what to do when stock market and bonds are already down. Should you sell your stocks and bonds and buy gold, silver, and platinum instead, or maybe buy property?
Not everything. I always explain just 10 to 30% in precious metal in this scenario. If the economy is much healthier, you can more stocks, also bonds, but the system is not so healthy. So I suggest 10 to 33% gold and silver. And if somebody and the volume is very, let's say, high, 100,000 euro, I suggest also 5 to 10% in platinum, because platinum is undervalued metal, and it running very fast in an inflation scenario, because the market is also very small, is also much smaller than silver. The size is about 5 to 7 billion per year. Silver is about 16 to 20 billion, and they're buying very rich people platinum. So if you look on the long scale, long chart, silver, platinum 15-20 years, you will see this is not overvalued, and this is an inflation runner. So, but this is for people, they have, let's say, 100,000 euro to invest, and they won't spend 5 or 10,000 in platinum. So I not suggested for small investment below 10,000, 20,000. I will not suggest to buy platinum.
Okay, I just added the link in the chat, because you also sell platinum.
Yeah.
For the people who's interested. Okay, let me just the shipping to Denmark. How much is the shipping?
Yeah, there's two. Also normally up to 20,000, it's 49 euro for the whole shipment, and after 20,000 euro, it goes to 79 euro for the shipment, because we make 2 or 3 parcels. You get it not in one parcel. We must ship 2 or 3 parcels. It depends on the weight. We maximum ship in one parcel 18 kilograms silver, because we cannot. For pickup, if you want to pick up the parcel at pickup location, the maximum is altogether 20 kilograms, so that you can transport it by hand. So we make more parcels, we have to pay 2 or 3 times the shipment. So we need over 20,000 euro, we need 79 euro for the shipment, and below is 49.
Okay. So what is the price for the combi bar 100 times 1 gram in gold, if you have it?
Yes, exactly.
And also sorry, the 50 and the 20.
Yeah, I will put in the evening the 100 gram bar in the web shop. I have not offered them because there's a little bit expensive. There's about I cannot exactly, but I can calculate. Yeah, there's about 5,900 euro for 100 gram bar. But I will make this product in the online shop in the evening. Let's give me 1 hour, and then you can also buy the 100 gram bar. And the 20 gram and the 10 gram is already in the shop. You can order them. If you go to Tafelbar in the gold section, you can see the smaller gold bar. Tafelbar. They are. I can look in the. I can open a window and say the prices. Just wait 1 second.
And I just inserted the link for all the Tafelbars in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. So, 10 gram is 626. 20 gram is 1,230, and this 50 gram is 2,956, and I think so the 100 gram will be this 5,900, like this. Mm-hmm. Okay,
so that's the next. Is there a half, quarter, and tenth of an ounce silver coin in the market?
Yes, there is half ounce, quarter, and 1/10 also. We have also on our website the smaller, but these are a little bit more expensive because you have to make 2 pieces for 1 ounce. So the production cost comes more expensive for the smaller size, but they are available on the website.
So there's a question, what happened with the German 10% tax on silver?
Yes, we had 10% tax on silver coins. Bars was always 19%. Now we have 90% on everything. No matter coins or bars, 90%. In Denmark, as I know, is 25%. So it's already 6% cheaper than in Denmark, and the market is bigger in Germany, so we have more competition and the product prices are a little bit lower. So I think we are about, let's say, 7-8% cheaper than competitors in Denmark. But not so big as in the past. We can nothing do. The government higher the taxes from about 8-10% to 19% on silver coins. This will end on the Sylvester night. So, but already now we have new prices because we cannot buy these cheaper coins anymore in the market.
Yeah, and for the VAT, before Estonia, up until this summer, there was no VAT on silver coins. But even though there was no VAT, the prices was maybe 5 to 8% cheaper only.
Yes.
So
because the Germany is the biggest market for silver coins. Let's say maybe 80% of all coins was sold in Germany, and there's competition. So we have very slow prices, even if they have no taxes in Estonia. But this is also over. They make a lot of pressure on silver because I think they will also stop this as an currency, but the people understand that works very well as a shadow currency, and people all over the world collecting silver coins. Also in the US or in Canada or in Great Britain, that was very popular. Also in French, people buying silver coins, and many comes to Germany and buy in Germany because it's the biggest market. But we cannot change. They changed the law. Maybe we can use that for used coins. If we buy back from private person, we can make this small tax on it. But I think so they won't not allowed us. We have to see in the next 3 months what's going on, if we can buy from private person back and not pay so much tax on it. But then that will be developing the exchange of the coins between people and private. So if you get from a trader 20% less, you will sell your coin to another private person, whatever. So in private, you can sell whatever you want. You can, if you buy from us a silver coin for 31 euro, you can sell it to another person for 32 or 29. You must not give them back to a trader for 22 or 24. So you can sell everywhere as private person. So then the coins come not back to the traders and to the banks, and they will trade in public, and that makes it more popular. I'm not against that because there are too less coins in the public. So they try to stop it in the public because they make high taxes on it, but they make it popular. But everybody will sell that private. They get 20% more instead of giving it back to a trader. So that's the funny thing on it. So I always buying in the past from private person back, because we get only 5% from private person. 95% we have to buy new from banks and producers because they are so slow silver coins in the market. There's coming nearly nothing back from private.
So for people buying, what is the security? Let's say if the package is lost, what the security does the customer has?
if we have a loss by this transport we using, we will never ship again. So we stop. We have no loss in the shipment to Denmark if we not send to your door. If we send to your door, that can be happen. The parcel will placed outside. You're not at home. That we will never do because the risk is too high. So we send to a pickup station. We have never a loss. I have never lost in 20 years shipping with UPS, not one loss of parcel. If we have a loss, I will not send anymore. We have another option. We can send for 120 euro full secured. Then comes courier to you, check your passport at home. But if you're not at home, the parcel comes back to Germany. That's secure. There will never any loss. But if you're not home, they put it to an deposit, and if you're not coming 3 days, it comes back to us to Germany, and it's sometimes difficult to reach the customer in short time. So we sent it by UPS with pickup location, but we have never lost in 20 years in this case.
So if people want that security, they can
have
right,
if you want full. I have one lady in Denmark ask for that. They pay 120 euro. You get it full insured. It's coming by Federal Express. And then comes very funny. We give it only insured with signed by signature but these couriers sometimes also place the parcel outside the door, even if it is insured. Then we have to fill out papers, waiting 1 month to get the money from the insurance and send again, but we will do. But the placing the parcel outside the door is much stupid. I can only avoid that because I have 1 month to wait for the money to get it from the insurance and send it again. But we can do that. Yeah.
So if you have 1,500 euro to invest, is it worth doing, or should you wait until you can invest more?
1,500 euros. If the person has no gold and silver right now, I would suggest minimum buy the half right now. And if he feels more secure with all, I would buy all. But if somebody has no gold and silver, he has always to invest at least 30% of the volume it's ready to invest, because in this time you need a little bit outside of the system. It's the same if you are in a casino, you have to something outside. You cannot put all your money on the table. And the financial markets looks really, in the moment, the stage is like a casino. So you have to take some money out of the financial market. And taking out of the financial market and be liquid, that means gold and silver.
So there's a question here if you can use an anonymous way of transferring the money. There's a possibility to go and pay cash. I think that's the only way if you want to be
allowed. You can. The only real anonymous way is to come to a shop and pay cash. The other forms of payment, they are not really anonymous. If you send money by, let's say, MoneyGram or like this is known who sends the money. So we need bank transfer, or we can accept cash in the shop. Yeah, it's possible. It's not forbidden, and you can entering Denmark without declaration without declaration maximum 10,000 euro per person. That's allowed. You must not if you import, let's say 11,000 euro, you must make a declaration and show that to the Danish customers if they ask or stop you. Yeah, at first question you have to do that, but under 10,000 you must not declare it. So if 2 people come, they can pay for 20,000 in Germany and must not declare it if they going by car, train or ferry boat to Denmark. Below 20,000 or 1 10,000 per person, it's not necessary to declare it. It's a law of Denmark to declare that over 10,000 euro.
Do you accept Danish kroner? And if yes, what is the rate?
Yeah, this is the problem, because the rates in Germany are sometimes very bad. So we cannot accept Danish kroner. If you can exchange it in Denmark, it is much, much more easy. There is an exchange office near to us, but the rate may be very poor.
So there's a question here, a good question. So if the European Central Bank don't have so much gold and silver, what happens if they reset the financial system in regards to gold and silver? Do we become as poor? Do we become poor against Russia and China, who have bought huge amounts of gold and silver?
That's the most complicated question, because nobody knows exactly what have Western central banks in own position. Germany has a lot of gold and silver, let's say 6,000 tons, but there is about 1/3 in the US. So on paper, we have 6,000 tons, but on real terms, we have more, let's say, only 4,000 tons. So China has maybe accumulated up to 20,000 tons. So, but official, they have only 2,000 or 3,000 tons. But they're accumulating maybe since 1979 a lot of gold. After 2004, they show official papers that they're accumulating gold. But they show maybe 3,000 tons, but they accumulating everywhere they can get. In Africa, they accumulating gold by diplomats. They accumulated in Switzerland, in London, they do it long-term accumulating. So maybe the East has more gold than the West, yeah. And I mean also India. In India is a lot of gold in temples, in public hands. This is the most gold on the world is in jewelry in India. So in this case, we are poor, but it doesn't need full covered money. If the money system has a problem, big problem, and must be resetted, maybe 20–30% backing by gold is enough to make it stable. So, but that means that we have, let's say in the Western world, 10,000 tons altogether. But nobody knows these tons, what's written in the books of the central banks, really exist anymore, because nobody can count them. This is a top secret where it is, who control it, and they make so problems to know exactly what's there. There's no audit since 1960 in the US about all these gold bars. You can only go 2–3 meters near. You cannot look on the bars, on the numbers. And the German central banks makes papers, all the bars, but not the bar numbers, only inventory numbers. So one bar maybe depends on 3 central banks. And everybody has the same number, but they don't tell us. We cannot count it. It's impossible. So it's we don't know, but if we have altogether 10–15,000 tons, it's maybe good to back a new currency with that. Yeah, and this is why many central banks starts to take the gold home. That was Netherlands bank do that, Austria do that, Poland do that, Hungary do that. Some smaller central banks starts to take their gold home, and this is official known. But and also Czech Republic do so, and yeah, this is a process going on since maybe 2011 to take gold at home. Also, smaller countries do that.
What is the difference between a 1 kilo silver bar and a 1 kilo silver coin bar?
Yeah, the coin bar was specially introduced for Germany to get these lower taxes. This is nearly the same, as only a different stamp on the bar. But now I think it's over. We will only have these normal silver bars, because we have not anymore these 7 to 10% taxes on this coin bar. That's the only difference. There's a different stamp on top of the bar, that's all.
Now you offer something called Conto Silver in your shop. Is it something that stays in a vault at?
Exactly that. You give us the freedom to decide what we store. We can store a coin, a bar, a big bar, a small bar, and then we can give a big discount. And we hold it for you. So we hold some kilos for our customers, and this is what you're buying. You're buying a part of a bigger bar or a coin. So and this is very cheap because we can store any bar we get back from the public. So if we get back a kilo bar and you buy 2 or 3 ounces, so it's a part of this kilo bar what you're buying.
Okay, so this question, if the person understood it right, taxes are not included in the prices listed on Schatzkasse.
No, it's gold has no taxes. Gold, any gold product, coins or bar has no taxes. There's 0 tax on it, and silver is included 90% taxes, and also by platinum. It's all included taxes. There's not, and we can sell that to Danish customers with these taxes. There's nothing extra to pay if we sell that to Denmark.
Only the shipment.
Only the shipment, €49 or €79. Yes. For bigger.
Okay, so Dide, she asked about the question for the combi bar. She lost connection for the 150 and 20 combi bar. The prices. Could you just repeat them quick? What the prices were? Yeah.
Yes, the 100-gram bar I will put after this meeting in the internet needs maximum 1 hour, but maybe half hour. I will make this new product, and now I showing the prices again. So the 10-gram bar is 226.66. The 20-gram is 1,231.33. And the 50-gram bar is 2,958.32.
Okay, thanks. And jeg har linket, smidt et link op til kategorien de her tafelbar eller kombibar, så du selv kan se dem. Den ligger, hvis du går lidt op i chatten eller ned. Okay, thanks, Torsten. Let's see if there's more. How do you recommend to store silver coins?
To store them at home. Or yeah, we have a security box where we store them. This is under alarm, but if you want this at home, the coins coming in these boxes, so they're covered to not get dirty or whatever, and then the coins are coming. If you buy 250 or 500, they come in boxes. So the product will not change in 20 years, the quality. That is not necessary to protect it against air or whatever. There can be that the first coin can a little bit tarnish, but it's not a problem. You must not polish them or clean them. We buy them back as they are, and we have a liquid. We can put this one first coin in liquid, and then the sulfur goes away and it's like new. So you can store them as you get them, but at home, silver has a big volume, so you must look for a place where it cannot be stolen. So that can be a bank deposit box, but I think it's not so safe. It's better to take it at home. If somebody wants, he can put it in the garden, in the ground. If you like that more, feeling more safe, it's possible because the silver is so big in volume. But you can also put it at home in a safe place. You have to look after that. This is why most people have not silver, because they have to looking for a right place to take it secure. But this is why the public have no silver. I cannot change. It's up to you.
this is all about being responsible for your own wealth.
Yeah,
and,
yes, you're responsible. You have wealth, or you have money in the bank, and the bank closed, and you have nothing. I cannot change. But I have a lot of boxes in place, so it's up to you. You must
Yeah,
start. You must start. I do that since 30 years, and I have never a problem.
yeah.
And
Okay, I think,
I'm a hunter. I have guns, so I'm very happy.
yeah, a lot of people have that now. So this question: can you come and get your Conto Silver, for example, if you choose to buy it
Yes.
continuously, or?
I have one client coming last week
Yeah.
and taking 450 coins. Yes. If you want the delivery later, then you have to pay for the delivery a small amount to get the coin or the bar. You can decide, I want the coin, I want the bar, and then you pay only the difference to the product price. If you not want the product, you have it just on account, then we store any kind of silver. It's much less and you can easily sell. But if you want to have at home, you have to pay the difference to the product price, and then you get the product, and that's all. And you can take it home, or we can deliver you. It's always possible, and we have always the silver on stock what you're buying.
Okay. So I just inserted all the links again. Somebody wrote that if they joined recently, they cannot see the chat from the beginning. So I just inserted all the links again. So please save them before we stop the meeting. Let's see if there's more. What is the buyback price for 1 kilo silver Fiji coin bar? You can't see it on your webpage anymore.
Yes, it's the same as the bar we now selling with discount. I look for that.
Yeah, your price for buyback. Yeah,
exactly. I saw exactly the buyback price for this bar. It's 786.5.
okay.
And this is only so low because we cannot resell them with the margin chain. In the past, we pay maybe 50 euros more for the bar because we can resell them without taxing so much for the government. But now we have to charge again the tax and give nearly 80% of the difference to the government. But we try with all traders in Germany to find a solution that we can pay more higher prices for used bars what we buy back from private investors. But that needs maybe 1 or 2 or 3 months to find out. So if that comes more funny, if not in Germany, it will be allowed. We make maybe a branch in Denmark or in Poland or in Austria where we can do that. So it's crazy. They changed the law only in Germany, the biggest silver market. So we must go to another country where we can do this special schema, and buying their bars from Germany. It's unbelievable.
So it's like everything else, when the government interferes, prices go up. So
yeah, they don't understand what they're doing, because in other countries we can, it's allowed to buy back and only pay taxes for the difference, not for the whole product. Even for cars, whatever, if you buy that used cars for 10,000 euro and you sell it for 11,000, you must just give 200 euros for the tax office, not 2,000. Yeah, so I don't know, but this is a completely new situation for all traders. I hope we find a solution in the next 3 months, because there's a lot of pressure on the tax office that we can buy back from private investor used bars only with margin chain taxing. But we don't know what's coming out.
Okay, Torsten. So there's no more question. I'm just gonna recap. So for the discount, it will last until the first week of 23.
Yes.
And for the combi bar, you only have 175.
Yes.
On stock. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to get another 200 or 300 pieces, but I'm not sure to get it. I don't know, because this a special situation for these 100 gram bars.
Yeah. And there's just another question. The discount code. No, there's no discount code.
No,
It's
it's not discount
the
code.
price is already reduced.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
I can say these 100 gram bars come in a box of 25. If somebody want a full box, it's 25. Yeah, with these bars.
Yeah. No, the combi bar is also in gold. The link is yeah, up to 100 gram, from 5 to 100.
Yes, from 5 to 100
Yeah.
gram. I put the 100 gram in a half hour in the internet.
Okay. Okay, Torsten. That's
Thank
all.
you very much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much for spending the time, and
have
a
a
happy
good
new
time.
year.
Happy New Year for you all. Yeah.
Ja.
Bye-bye.
Tak for I så med alle sammen, og rigtig godt nytår til jer. Hej hej.